Welcome to Paramount Enterprises LLC. We're so glad to have you as part of our team. Let's work together to make some funding dreams come true. Paramount Enterprises partners with Iconic Funding. Iconic Funding has been in the lending industry for 10 plus years. They are our umbrella company and they have a nationwide lending platform. They have the ability to process 3,000 plus loans each month. They have very skilled negotiators and they have 60 plus loan processors to process all of those loans. There are 2 call centers and they have offices in Georgia, North Carolina, and Connecticut. So you may be asking yourself, how do we qualify our borrowers? The very first thing we need to do is make sure that we have a minimum of $30,000 a year in income. They have to have a minimum of a 650 credit score required on all 3 credit bureaus. They can have no more than 8 inquiries in the last 6 months. The bankruptcies must be at least 2 or more years old. There must be no recent collection accounts in the last 12 months. They have to have a 50% or less credit usage utilization. A minimum of 3 active and current trade lines. No co-borrowers are allowed. However, spousal income can be considered. No authorized users are allowed on the accounts. There can be no CPNs, and there are no Google Voice phone numbers. They must have their own phone number. So how exactly does the process work? Well, we are a network of more than 220 lenders that provide funding. Each of our lenders determines the loan amount, rate, and term provided to the borrower. These are unsecured loans, so there is no collateral required. They are for terms of 3 to 7 years for the repayment period. There are principal and interest payments. There's no prepayment penalty. There are no upfront fees. And the rates start at 6% and go up based on credit worthiness of the borrower. So when a borrower applies, their information is submitted to the lenders, and that is how the platform selects the best options for that borrower. And at that point, they are given their options. So the process of getting your borrower through the journey of getting their funding goes as follows. The very first step is to pre-qualify our borrowers. So we have them go to identityiq.com and we have them provide a copy of their tri-merge credit report for review. We submit that application along with all of the other required documents depending on the type of borrower that they are, whether they're W-2, self-employed, or 1099. After that, we have a mandatory 10-minute compliance call to verify any information and discuss the next steps. The loan decision comes within the next 24 to 48 hours. At that point, the client is contacted by the back office to review pre-approvals. They are advised of the lender, the loan amount, the terms, the interest rate, and the monthly payment amount. At that point, the client is expected to accept funding on this call. After their approval is accepted, the funds are direct deposited into a personal checking account within 5 to 7 business days. When they receive their funds, they have to remit a 15% success fee to a designated account via a wire transfer, and the client will begin making payments 30 days out. The loan statements will be sent to the address on record. Once we receive that 15% success fee, we're able to send you your payment of 2% for each loan amount that comes through based on your submission. So how can the borrowers use this money? Due to the fact that these are unsecured loans, they're able to use this money for basically anything they want. They can use it for real estate investing. They can use it to start a business. They can use it for working capital. They can use it for their medical expenses, legal expenses. They can invest in the stock market or in cryptocurrencies. They can use it to consolidate debt. They can use it for funeral expenses. They can use it for health care. They can use it for anything that they need. They can use it for absolutely anything. And so that is the one thing that makes this opportunity so unique because it's unsecured and it is not attached to any collateral. So what documentation must you collect? The very first thing we need to do is get that loan application, the copy of the driver's license front and back, the copy of the Social Security card front and back and has to have the front signed, 3 months of their most recent bank statements, a copy of a voided check for the direct deposit. It has to be a personal account only, it cannot be a business account. We also need their most recent W-2, recent pay stubs, one month worth, a utility bill with their name and their address, a client selfie holding their driver's license to ensure that it is them, a login information for their tri-merge credit monitoring account, and if they have a 1099 or if they are self-employed, they will have a few additional items as well. So now you may be asking yourself, where can I market this? How can I get clients? There are so many ways to find people in need of this funding. You could join your local REIA, attend meetups, search on Eventbrite for different events. They have them online as well as in person. You can also attend real estate and small business networking events in your area. You can get business cards made and pass them out to everyone you meet wherever you go. And another great way is through social media marketing on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. We have access to different items that you can use to post, and we're glad to be of assistance. A few things for you to remember as you speak with your borrowers that make this funding unique is that, for one, there's no initial credit impact. When we do this initial step, we will not be impacting their credit. It is not impacted until they accept the funding and they have received the funding, then it gets reported. They will have the ability to receive multiple offers, so there's different levels of funding that come through. They have to accept the first round of offers to get the second round of offers. The next thing is that there's a 15% success fee that is tax deductible. So while they have to pay a 15% success fee, they can write that off on their taxes. They can get up to double their income amount in funding. And obviously we cannot guarantee that because it's based on a per person situation, but we do have the ability to double their income in funding. These funds can be used for any purpose, and we can assist W-2, 1099, and self-employed professionals, so we do not have anybody that we cannot lend to. Loan terms, rates, and payments are determined by the lender. We are so glad to have you as part of our team here at Paramount Enterprises LLC. Feel free to reach out to us with any questions you might have. Now let's go out there and make some of these funding dreams come true.